Hello, 5th graders. Welcome to Lesson 1.2, Read and Write Numbers. This is our second flipped lesson of 5th grade, and so we're still going to review flipped lesson introductions. Let's get started. Remember, the first thing that you will see in each flipped lesson is the objective. Today's objective is I can read and write numbers using standard, expanded, and word form with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Your job now is to pause and write the objective in your digital math notebook. The next part of a flipped lesson is vocabulary. In this vocabulary, there are 3 words that you will need to type into your digital math notebook. The first word is standard or numerical form, which is the way that we typically see a number. The next one is expanded form, which is a number written out by showing its value times its place value. And the last one is word form, which is a number written out in words. The 3 words and their definitions need to be copied into your digital math notebook. The blue box with the examples is already in your digital math notebook for you. In this example, there is a number form of the number 569,238. Then it is also written in word form and expanded form. Pause now to type your vocabulary. Great job so far, 5th graders. The next part of a flip lesson is where you're going to watch me. You can go ahead and put down your pencil. You know that you don't need to write anything because you see this eye icon, meaning you're just going to watch. In this part of our flip lesson, we're talking about reading numbers. When we read numbers, we group them by period. Remember, that was our vocab yesterday. And we say them from left to right. So just like we read a book, from left to right. When we see a comma, we say that place value period. So this number below, we would read as 6 million, and I'm going to stop right there with million because I see the comma. So 6 million, then I say these 3 together, 425, there's a comma, 1,000, and then these 3 together, 71. And you can see below that that is written out in word form. 6 million, there's our comma again, 425,000, comma, 71. Reading numbers is great, but we also need to know how to write numbers. Remember, our objective was to be able to write numbers in standard form, word form, and expanded form. You have a copy of this chart in your digital math notebook. You're going to complete the chart with me as you watch the video. The first number that we have here, we're going to write in expanded form. Expanded form means we're going to take each number and say the place value that it is in. So that 2 is in the 200,000s place. Then we're going to add it to the next place value. The next place value is a 3, and the 3 is in the 10,000s place. So that would be 30,000. And the next one is a 5, and the 5 is in the 5,000s place. Continuing on, the 4 is in the hundreds place. The 8 is in the tens place, so that would be 80. And the 9 is in the ones place. So we just write it as 9. So we take each digit in the number and we write out the place value where it lives and add all of those numbers together in order to get expanded form. If you need to pause so that you can type this in your digital math notebook, you can do that now. The next example is a number in word form. When we write a number in word form, we say all the numbers that are in a period together. So these three together are 823. Then we write it just like that. And before we add the comma, we say the place value where these numbers are. So that 3 is in the thousands place, so we say that this is 823,000. Okay, then we say the next three numbers together. That's 174. So we write out like that. 100, 74. And before we're done, we have one more thing we need to do. It's hard to see because I covered it up, but in the middle there's a comma. So we need a comma in our number as well. And lastly, we have a number that is already in word form, and we need to write it back in standard form, or the way that we typically see a number. So the first thing we want to look at is we want to look for those commas, and we want to pay attention to the numbers, like we did in word form, that go together. So we have 327,000. So that looks like 327,000. There's our comma. Then we do the next three. 615. So 615. Great job. If you need to pause to copy these into your digital math notebook, now is a good time. Time for today's lesson activity. Today's lesson activity has two parts. The first one says, write the number 4,527.52 in standard form. So remember, pay attention to those commas. And the second part says, write this number in expanded form. I'll go ahead and get you started. The 5 is in the millions place, so we would write that as 5, million, plus, then you're going to continue on with the 6 in the hundred thousands place, so that would be 600,000, plus, and you're going to continue on for the rest of the number in your digital math notebook. Great job so far, 5th graders. You're almost done with your second flip lesson of 5th grade. When you feel comfortable with this lesson, complete the exit slip to show your teacher your understanding. Great job!